Coming in 3.23 is the Kopion, which is an aggressive, agile animal that travels in packs, known as a fauna. Now, the faunas are different kinds of animals, and this one has a distinctive horn, and a distinctive snort and call. It's got a lot of things going on. I thought this would be the perfect solution to be able to observe the creatures in the wild, and I had no idea what I was in for as soon as I dealt with these critters, because one decided to come on a ride along with me for a very short period of time. You'll see in a moment. But the Kopions in general, they when you pick up the wildlife control contract, gives you 3 possible wildlife locations, but when you're on your way, because they're not quantable, you take a quantum near there on Microtech, and then you slowly use hydrogen fuel to get you closer. You'll notice the packs are nearby, the quantum location, even the target locations, and these green pastures. When you look at the planet on the 3.23 map, Microtech literally has green bands all around it, around the white areas where the snow is, and the gray areas. You want to avoid those. So these big green clearings are where they're at. They do have white echelons on top of them when you're running the contract and you're sitting in the pilot seat, which helps dramatically help with the wildlife control quest. But the quest itself is destroying 15 of these creatures, collecting their horns, if I understand correctly. But then I had this surprise. Holy cow! A Kopion inside my cockpit. It apparently phased up when the server synced, I guess, or something like that. And there it is. But it didn't attack me. Now, server FPS was extremely low, about 5 FPS or so. But even in those time periods, I've had times where I go near an NPC guard or another target enemy or something. And if I get super close, they might do an attack or a takedown real quick before you have time to react. But I figured, whatever. It's EPTU Wave 1, so let's have some fun. Let's just take them for a ride. So that's what I did. I take me and my new friend, Kopion there, on its way. And I said, okay, Kopion, let's go for a ride. Now, about this time, I had a friend request and a radar lock as soon as I started flying away, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Now, it is possible another player did the same thing I did, where they were on the same wildlife control contracts. They went to a quantum position and then flew hundreds of kilometers away from it to try to find these things, and happened to notice me parked over a group of Kopions. There goes the radar. It's a radar lock. Right after a friend request by a random player they don't know. And a proximity warning. But I didn't care, because I was super psyched about my new Kopion friend, and I was going to show him the verse. We were going to wander the worlds of Stanton. Now, I am slamming the 7 key, trying to go through my targets, trying to see what the heck is radar locking me, what's going on. I did switch to guns, but just standard precautions, because I didn't want to lose I wanted to make sure my new friend got safely around everywhere. And he was having a good time. You know, he was jamming. We had some tunes going, which you can't hear because copyrights and stuff. But we were jamming out and having a great time, and I think he was pretty comfortable up on top of the glass, and he did not mind the struts at all of the Connie Phoenix. In fact, you can see right there, he phases right through the struts. He doesn't even notice them. And he's just checking everything out, feeling the scene. And then we started trying to leave Atmo, and I'm pretty sure he was getting homesick. You know, he's missing his buddies. He wasn't having a good time anymore. And he just didn't have a lot of, manners. He didn't really have a lot of house training. He wasn't able to convey, what his needs were. I should have paid attention to him calling out and hey, I need to go back and stuff. And I was so excited about, taking him up to the space station. And it's about this point where things get a little out of hand, because my new ship guest is not very happy anymore. I think the server FPS caught up, and reality caught up with us, and never the twain shall meet, I think. This is why you don't have a wild Kopion inside your ship. So he goes and attacks me. Notice it does nearly 30% of your health, 27%. I start putting obstacles between me and him because he's a melee creature. And then I use a ranged weapon on him. Unfortunately, I had to. but he was in my co-pilot seat, just standing there ready to fight. And once you take down a Kopion, if you hold down F there, you can grab the horn off the front. So you can go to technically inspect, I think it goes. Yep, inspect. We'll pull the horn off, and it becomes an item. I think this thing is sellable, and I think if I stored it, I would have got credit in the Kopion event, but it didn't seem to catch. Like, I went to store it, and if you look at the top, it says 0 out of 15 items killed. And that's the Kopion Wildlife Control quest. So, with my new friend out of the picture, I said, okay, well, that's enough for today. But this is on 3.3, the latest patch, which I think is performing pretty well. I'm going to not mention any other changes in the patches because there is quite a few little things, but this was on 3.23 EPTU 9142594. So if you have not been able to find the Kopions either over the weekend, now's the time. Get out there, go have some fun, go meet some new friends. You might want to have some Overwatch though. Have a buddy with you if you're gonna fly with them. All right, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to my long-term subscribers. Fly safe.